My name is Harlow O'Hara, and I am from Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, yeah, so, you know, a lot of people have that story, like, oh, I've been watching it since I was a kid, and they had like this moment that clicks where they saw someone's match, and I am completely left field. I always watched it here and there when I was younger. I remember sitting in my room, like, in my little, like, 10-inch TV and, like, watching China and being like, is that Superwoman? So I've always had, like, an interest in it. I've always had an awe, like, it's always awed me, but it didn't happen until way later in life. I went through just some really hard times. I got married and at a very, very young age, and moved across the world to Ireland, actually, and, you know, like, completely had this thought of how my life was going to be, and then it wasn't like that. You know, we split up and I moved back home, and I was in a pretty deep depression for about 3 years. Wouldn't leave my house, would go to work and watch wrestling, and that's all I did for like 3 years. And finally I realized how much I loved the industry and how much it was like what I looked forward to, like getting home and watching like Monday Night Raw or watching indie shows, and it kind of just built up into this like deep passion, and this makes me happy. And finally I was talking to one of my friends that is a wrestler, and he's like, why don't you just try it, why don't you just do it? And I'm like, no, I can't do that. Are you kidding me? I can't do that. And he persuaded me, and he gave me Robert Gibson's number, and I went to Robert's school, APCW, and hyperventilated for like 20 minutes in the parking lot, like, what am I doing? And then I finally went inside, shook Robert's hand, he got me in the ring, hit the ropes, it took my first back bump, and I never looked back, and now I'm here. Trevor Aeon. So thank you. That's definitely, he's been my backbone. He's one of my good friends. I've known him for like 10 years. I knew him before he started wrestling. So I've always been a supporter of him and excited and watching him grow. And he was just like, you can do this. Just do it. Just try it. You don't have to keep doing it if you don't like it. And I love it. And I just hope that if I keep doing it, it'll love me back. Yeah, it was like one of those silly, like, P.S. I love you things. I went to Ireland on a holiday and met him, and then I was like, hey mom, so I'm gonna get married. So, and that's how I ended up there, and I love it. Like, I loved Ireland, I still do. I love to visit. I know, like, I think that's why I chose the last name O'Hara a little bit. So, yeah. So outside of like the effort that I put into my career inside of wrestling, I am actually a makeup artist and a hairstylist. I worked for MAC Cosmetics for quite a few years, and I worked for a company called Tony and Guy. I've worked for them for almost 10 years. I started working there in my teens. I was a teenager when I started working there. So yeah, enjoy it. I've been really blessed, actually really lucky. Every single person in my life, including my coworkers, my boss even, they've all been really supportive of it, even if they don't understand it. They see that it's changed me as a person, it's made me happier, it's given me confidence. It's helped me love myself again, which is really crazy because wrestling is such a dog-eat-dog world sometimes, but it's helped me find self-love. So they're all super excited. My boss will like hang up posters from shows like in our back room. They'll be like, everybody go see Lauren wrestle. So they've actually been really good about it. They've been great. I have been training since May 2016, and my first match ever in real life in front of people was on February 11th this year. So I'm at like a 3-month mark right now. You know, I've been pretty lucky. I kind of haven't had to experience anything too crazy yet. I'm sure it will happen. You know, just your typical, I mean, everybody, most of everybody that I have had the pleasure of being in a locker room with or meeting has been super supportive for the most part. And everybody has a good time. Like, having fun is so important. So most of the people that I try to keep around me they're always positive and fun. So nothing like interesting or crazy has happened yet. But we'll see, you never know, it is professional wrestling. So I kind of have a no-quit attitude. So, I mean, I definitely went through a few moments, but something about quitting to me, like, really not gonna happen. So No, I'm not perfect yet. No, I'm just kidding. But it's just a work in progress. It always will be. You never stop learning. You never stop growing. And if you do, that's probably when you should not do it anymore. It's not saying that it came easy for me, but it felt like home for sure. There was something that clicked with me when I started showing up to Robert's training facility, 3 times a week, and 3 times a week turned into, hey, can I come more, or can I come in the morning and at night? And it just kind of turned into this, like, I don't feel complete without it. So if anything, that's made it easier for me when you find true, like, love and passion in it. Like, it's easy to want to do something you love that much. And when I first started, I was like, wow, this fake stuff really hurts. But actually, what really surprises me, and I'm gonna go, I know some people have not the nicest things to say about the wrestling industry, but what surprises me, I want to be positive because that's really important to me. It's a support that you like find like when you connect with people that truly love something that you do, like the family, the fans, everybody, just the family inside of it, everybody from the crew to the workers inside the ring. That surprised me. I didn't know people were going to be so supportive and really truly care about you doing well. And there are definitely people that care about you doing well, whether you realize it or not. So on a positive note, that surprised me. And I think that's what made me fall in love with it even more. And it's what made it feel like home to me. I want to be able to look at my last match of the calendar year and see a completely different person than my first match in February. Like, I just want to keep growing and becoming the absolute best wrestler and role model that I can be for everyone around me. Like, role model to fans and like little girls and little boys like watching me, and role model to people in the back locker room. And so that's like goal-wise. I just want to be really a completely different worker in the next few months. I just want to keep growing. And I would like to make it to some bigger promotions by the end of the year. And it seems kind of impossible, but nothing's impossible. Making it to, maybe start traveling. I'd like to maybe see if I can travel outside the country, even if it's to Mexico or Canada, and try to do a promotion before the end of the year's up. So just like little steps, little like achievements and accomplishments, because it all adds up in the end. Little stuff like that, love to maybe debut. I don't know if it'll happen before the end of the year, so a bit like Shine or Shimmers, something like all women. Like, I'm all about girl power and women doing well in the wrestling industry, so I'd love to be in a locker room that's all women, so that would be great. Just to be able to make a living out of this. Of course, everybody says to make it to WWE, because that's I'm sure the answer everybody gives you. Would that be amazing? Absolutely. It would be like a dream come true. But when I first started, I kind of thought like, yeah, that's what I want. And then the more I do it, and the more I fall in love with wrestling, I just want to wake up every day and wrestle, and that I want to be the absolute best worker I can be. And I just want to be able to make a living. I want to be able to pay my bills and be happy and travel. And whether that's with a large company like WWE, or if I'm doing it on the independent circuit, as long as I'm happy and doing it, and that's my life, that's all I can. What they can expect from me. I'm gonna try my best to put on the best show I can. I try to stay pretty high energy. I think that brings a lot of it makes the air feel better. I think when someone comes in, like, even if everybody's dead, I'm still gonna give you my all. Like, I hope that doesn't happen, but high energy and putting on the best show I can is really important to me right now. And I think as I grow as a performer, you can expect more from me, that's for sure. So, merchandise. Right now I just have prints and a t-shirt, but I have a big cartel where if you don't live in the state of Georgia, or if you're not at a show that I'm at, and you want something, I have a big cartel. And then you can contact me through some of my social media if you need to purchase something. And then of course, if you're at a show, I always have my merch with me at every show that I go to. Final words. Well, thank you for choosing me to do this interview. And I would love to see everybody come to a show of mine and support the card and support everybody on it. And keep a lookout for me, because I'm not going anywhere. Up from here.
Thank you, Harlow.
Thank you. Was it horrible? Did I do okay?